do a little children's church. Let's sing first. I'm forgiven because you were forsaken. I'm accepted, you were condemned. I'm alive and well, the Spirit is within me, because you died and rose again. Amazing love, how can it be that you, my King, should die for me? Amazing love, now I know it's true, and it's my joy to honor you in all I do. I honor you. I'm forgiven because you were forsaken. I'm accepted, you were condemned. I'm alive and well, your Spirit is within me, because you died and rose again. Amazing love, how can it be that you, my sin, died for me? Amazing love, I know it's true. It's my joy to honor you in all I do. I honor you in all I do. I honor you. Good. All right. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Good. Would you pray with me? Lord, my mom and dad say that they were very happy when I was born. The Bible says that you made me. Lord, I'm glad you made me. I have a lot of fun sometimes, and if I was never born, I would never have the fun. It's hard to believe that you have the power to create people, but you do. You are amazing, God. Amen. Now, we've been working on our Bible verse also, and unfortunately, more lines are empty today. It's a small word, and it's on the second line. It must have something to do with a white hart. It has the word no in front of it. So no, what are we looking for? Sin, no sin. Now in the next line, to be blank, it's another short word, and it looks the same as the other line. So we're looking for the same word, and it is sin. To be sin for us. All right, let's try it from the beginning. What is the word we're using for the first line that's missing? We're talking about Jesus, but we're not saying his name. We're saying him. Ready? 2 Corinthians 5:21. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. Sorry I messed that up. Let's try it one more time. 2 Corinthians 5:21. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. Good job. Now, we added 3 more of Paul's 13 books that he wrote last time on our Bible book games and things like that. So, Romans, 1 Corinthians, and 2 Corinthians. And when we looked at map last week of where Romans was written and where 1st and 2nd Corinthians were written, I found something interesting. Romans was not written in Rome. All right, so let's rethink that. Paul went to Rome. He started a church there, and Luke was still writing the book of Acts. Romans wasn't written there. Paul went to Corinth, and that's where he wrote a letter back to the church of Romans. Corinth is where Romans book was written. Now, he started a church in Corinth, but he went to Ephesus next. And in Ephesus, that's where Corinthians was written, because he was writing letters back to the church of Corinth. Very interesting, I'd say. All right, well, we do have some people that are playing our Bible book Zoom game today. So, who shall we Zoom to? You will see. Hi, today we have 3 contestants. Ken, can you give us a wave? And below him is Xavier. That's it. And Isaac over there in the chair. Isaac, can you give us a wave? Good job. We are trying to find from memory where those books are in the New Testament. This book has New Testament the first page of every book in the New Testament. We've been studying and memorizing the first 5 books in the New Testament, the T's from what Paul had written, and the last 5 books in the New Testament. We'll only be asking some of those. All right, right now we are going to take Ken, raise your hand, Ken, and put him against Xavier. Xavier, raise your hand. Good, good. All right, I think we're ready, gentlemen. Hands flat. And the first book we're going to find is Mark. Mark. Oh, he beat you by just a little. Okay, hands flat, and let's go again. We're looking for 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy. Oh my goodness, that was almost exactly the same. Good job. All right, hands flat. Let's go again. Let's look for John. John. Now that was exactly the same. Good job, gentlemen. All right, hands flat. 2 more times. Let's look for 1 Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians. Right to it. You turned right to it. Oh, don't you hate when that happens, Xavier? All right, hands flat, gentlemen. This will be our last time. So we're going to look for Philemon. Philemon. Oh, he found it. Good job. Wow. Guys, thanks so much. Good playing. Now, can we all give a wave goodbye? Now it's time for the missionary report. Remember, we've been talking about Johann and Leslie Leach in what country? Zambia, within Africa. They live in a small village, remember, and right there by them is that Zambezi River. Remember last time the Zambezi River floods sometimes and crocodiles can come up on the land. They had to move to higher ground, didn't they? And they had to use boats. And if you got on Johann's boat, remember, you had to pray. While you were sitting there going across the river, you had to listen to someone teach you about Jesus being the Son of God. And at the end, you had to pray again. But it made the people very safe, and they're learning. Now, when Johann first got to the small village, he was noticing that, they're trying to take the water. They can't take it from the Zambezi River, probably because you can get eaten by a crocodile when you're stepping in, that type of thing. But they had a hole in the ground. If you look at the boy with the bucket in one of our pictures, I don't know how he got the bucket filled, because the hole in the ground just got deeper and deeper and deeper. The hole is about as big as a hat. It's not very big. and they reach down in there with a cup or whatever and get it. Now, this is not clean water. It could have all kinds of things in it. It is not clean water, but it is the only water that they've been using. So, since Johann never gives up, he made sure that the organization that works with him, the missionary organization, could raise money so that they could drill their own well. They could drill their borehole, they call it, and put a handle on it. Now, there are 5 different villages that Johann made sure got clean, fresh water from their borehole or their well. I put those 5 on there. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. That's what they look like, the silver. But in that picture down below, do you see the covering? They covered over the faucet. I guess because you'd be nice and cool while you're getting the faucet, or maybe the handle being steel would be so hot you wouldn't be able to do it. But they loved the fresh water. When people have never seen clear water, it's always been brown, they are surprised. Wow, I've even heard that sometimes they're afraid to drink it. It's so clear. Now, since 5 villages have their own water now, it is written that the people in charge of the health in Zambia have not seen any cases of children getting diarrhea or dehydration. Why would they get diarrhea or dehydration? They were drinking the dirty water. All those germs in it would make their body sick. But as of a year ago, there have been no cases. Imagine how much better those kids and more energy they must have. Good. All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about Johann next time, but for now, you got to remember, he just never gives up. Let's do our benediction. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and give you peace. See you next time.